Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. We are doing an update video to our last video regarding the Cummins emissions SCR issues that we've been having and now we know many of you have been having. We do want to thank everybody for reaching out to us. This has been more people than we expected and we want to share some of these. We can't share every single email because it would be long and get quite boring honestly, but we do want to highlight some new emails we received from subscribers and viewers regarding this issue. Before we get into the details on this, please take a moment, make sure you subscribe, notification bells on. That way you get notified when we release new videos. Use the information in these videos to help other RVers, as many have.
Now, we most likely will be doing periodic videos on this subject because every time we do an update, we get more and more people reaching out saying, can you please help or share this information with me because I either am having the same issues or I'm looking to purchase an RV and this will really help me. So the more people we can help, the more people we can get this information to, the better. So feel free to share this video. I've already seen some people that have reached out to us. I've seen this being discussed in Facebook groups and that's good. Knowledge is power. And if you can help others with this, that just makes this worth it for us.
If you have no idea what we're talking about, we'll link the last video up above, but to summarize the Cliff Note version, we're talking about a SCR recall that Cummins issued. It was a voluntary recall. It ran for 2 years. It ended in 2024. It affected approximately 500,000 units, one of the biggest recalls ever issued regarding SCRs. The specific recall we're talking about is CR2113. This affected us. If you're having these issues with the SCR having to be replaced, if you call Cummins, they're going to say that your ESN, your engine serial number, and your VIN, they're going to say that there's no issue because it appears that the records have been purged. We know we have a list of some of the affected units. Many affected units that when we call Cummins, doesn't exist, but then we got a list, our ESN and VIN number on there. So we know that it was affected.
And why this is so important to us and why we do keep sharing it and telling you to share is because we spent a lot of money trying to find the cause of this issue. We went to so many different service centers. We changed out knock sensors. We got deaf head simulators. We did all these different things trying to fix the problem. And each time there would be maybe a temporary fix that we thought, but it would be right back. The problem would be right back. And we were basically on the side of the road because what happens is this is a gradual issue and it'll start throwing codes, but then it'll get worse and worse and worse. And we limped our way to Cummins eventually to get the problem solved.
Now, if you try to recuperate any cost from Cummins, they're not going to give it to you. They haven't with us. And that's just another reason why we're doing this, because it gives you just a little bit of insight on the mindset of Cummins, and that's their prerogative and that's what they want to do. But what's more important, it gives you a little bit more of an idea now if you're having these issues with these codes, and again, we talk about in detail in the other videos, so please go watch that. You're not throwing money in the wind. So at least if you know this and you're getting these codes, it's pushing you closer to where you may be. And if you take it to a repair center, again, they're not throwing things on you. You can say, no. This is what I want you to look for before you're spending unnecessary money.
And also, if you're looking to purchase a coach, this is going to give you hopefully some buying power. You're either going to decide, okay, I don't want to buy this coach, or B, the dealer should work with you to work that into the price, knowing that the SCR will most likely have to be replaced if you're on the list.
Right, the SCR is a selective catalyst reduction system. It's about anywhere from a $9,000 to $12,000 repair. Since we had our repair, we've got, 5,000 miles now, no issues. It's working as it's supposed to. The problem is that these defective SCRs, they're supposed to have a lifespan of about 500,000 miles. They're failing 20, ours failed completely about 40,000 miles, started failing about 28,000 miles. So they're not lasting as long as they're supposed to last.
Right, and a lot of people were saying over this past year, you guys are having so many problems with your coach, what a piece of crap, you got a lemon. It wasn't. This was the issue all along. And again, as Izzy said, 5,000 miles now on the road and we haven't had an issue.
So let's get to some of these emails that we received since the last video.
So one of the emails, and again, we get these regularly when we put these update videos out, and it's always new people coming forward. So this one is from David. He said, good day, love your channel and have seen this. I had seen this video a week ago. Now we have the dreaded SPN 4364.
That's the error code.
Yes.
Well, one of them that you'll get.
We have a 2014 Integra Anthem that we bought used 2 years ago, has 72,000 miles currently. This is so unbelievable that we're looking at an $11,000 repair. So we said, sorry to hear this. Here's the list we have with the affected chassis. Can you confirm with us if your engine serial number is listed? He wrote back, he said, it sure is. Crazy how we all got stuck dealing with this. Happy 4th of July and hope you have a great day. So yet another one now who's been trying to figure this out, and they are on the list.
So this next one is from Lee and Lucinda. They said, hello, thank you for your time. We haven't been very active this past year dealing with the roof replacement, fighting it with the insurance company over. We have a 2015 Discovery 40E. They named the engine on there. Last year, we had to replace the SCR and related parts. I talked to Cummins, and they said that my motor was not in the recall, and there were not any other recalls on this motor. Even though it's a 2015, the motor was built in mid-2014. What was your experience with the recall on your rig? Any advice, contact information we can push forward? Blah, blah, blah. So we sent him, again, we sent him the list of the affected units, and this was his answer. Thank you so much. It's definitely there. I have a guy at Cummins Orlando that told me to send him anything I could find out, and he will work on it. So there's, again, another engine, another repair, another $8,000 to $11,000 repair.
Another clueless owner.
Another clueless owner, and another clueless shop.
Right. And when I say clueless owner, I mean, unfortunately, like we were.
Right. Another call to Cummins where they state there's nothing wrong, you're not on the list, but they were, because again, we feel that that list was purged. Unfortunately, another headache, right? This can leave you on the side of the road.
Now, this next one is actually somebody we had mentioned in a previous video. He had reached out to us. He never got back to us if his engine was on the list, but he finally did about a month or so later. He said, I can't thank you enough for sending me the list. I did send a reply comment to your recent video. Unfortunately, our rig is on the list, but at least we can have the peace of mind to know what the issue we've been having most likely is. I think that's the biggest thing is now you know. Like when we found out, like finally, like we weren't crazy. He said, I'm curious if you know or have an opinion on a way to know if there's a record of SCRs repaired under the recall. That we don't have that information right now. My in-laws are looking for a rig and I just stopped them from driving 4 hours because the one they were considering was on the list. So again, this can help prospective buyers. He said, I do want to express my appreciation for what you have done. The reason we're doing this is because we know exactly how it feels. We were in the same position. It's beyond frustrating. You buy this motorhome wanting to travel and live your life, and then you're just constantly getting stopped. So the more people we can help with this is why we say share this, so people know what they're getting into or what they're in right now.
And it shows you how widespread this problem is and the amount of money involved in this issue. All right, let's go on to a next one. This is Trisha. She writes, good morning. My husband and I are big fans. Currently, we have a 2015 Newmar Dutch Star, same as ours, and are experiencing the same problems with our coach as you have. When driving, we get the same codes. Engine light comes on, the alerts to check the engine, low def, low quality def. We did purchase a code reader on our last travel day, had to stop to clear the codes 3 times.
Sounds familiar, right?
They never responded back to us. We did send them the list, but same codes, same thing, probably the same issue. But again, another coach out there with the same problem.
And the last one we're going to read for you is from Stuart. He said, hey guys, loved your video. I have a 2014 Tiffin Phaeton 42LH that has just been a nightmare. Got a check engine light a week and a half ago, ran the codes on my code reader, knew it was an emissions issue. Took it to Freightliner, not Cummins, but they are a Cummins service center. They are telling me it's an SCR catalyst replacement, $8,000. I know y'all know how that is. My extended warranty is probably going to deny it, right? They don't cover emissions issues. I have a 50-day trip booked starting the 9th and I want to get on the road. With all that being said, my coach falls into those years of the recall of bad SCRs. I was wondering if y'all had a list or a resource to help find if I fell into that before it was cut off. Also, I assume you're taking steps to get Cummins to cover yours. If so, can you tell me what your plans are to try to recoup some of the costs from Cummins, even though the campaign is over? Appreciate you guys taking the time to help out fellow RV folks. Yes, the recouping costs was not successful for us.
The part is $8,000, the total job $13,000.
Right,
So really,
right.
because you got labor in there also. So those are just, I mean, we're over 50,000 at this point.
Yeah.
And just the ones we read.
The amount
It's not including the ones from the previous videos.
The amount of money that is being spent by people to try to find out what this issue, it's unbelievable. It really is.
So what do you think? What do you think has been the reaction of Cummins, how they've handled this with all these outstanding SCRs? And they ran a 2-year voluntary campaign. And then after that, it's done. And what do you think about people calling Cummins, and even though documented their ESN is on the list, they're being told that they weren't part of a recall, or they're not part of an open recall?
And what do you feel, if you didn't watch the last video, we were documenting our many, many attempts to get Cummins to do something, some act of goodwill. And they eventually just stopped responding to us. That was the last video. So we obviously haven't heard back from them. What are your thoughts on that? This is a large company with a lot of people that are affected. So as of today, Cummins has a net worth of approximately $94.88 billion.
That's an American company.
Yeah.
You always want to buy made in America, right? Made in the USA.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's probably growing from the number of people that are trying to fix their SCRs.
We want your comments down below. Let us know what you think about this, and please share it. That's all we can do at this point, is share it. And people need to know the truth. They need to know what's going on. They need to know what they're getting into. And if they're already into it, because we didn't know, at least know what the issue is.
Right.
That way you can figure it out, and you can be able to repair it.
And also, if you are looking at a coach, or if you're experiencing the same issues, email us at endlessrving@gmail.com. We'd be happy to share the list with you so you can see if your coach or your prospective coach is on there.
If you like videos like this to the left of us, we'll put our RV tours playlist. We'll also put our RV travel vlogs playlist. You can go watch when we had these problems live. We thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.